Hello students, today we are going to learn about the first poem from class 11 NCERT book, that is A Photograph by Shirley Tolson. The poem A Photograph was written by Shirley Tolson. She was a highly regarded poet and an innovative writer about Britain's walks and ancient tracts and traditions. She died at the age of 90. The poem A Photograph encompasses various themes. It discusses about the unstoppable time and changes that are imposed onto human beings in due course. In simple terms, it highlights the transient nature of humans and eternal nature of natural beings. Loss and bereavement is an inevitable reality of human life. No one can justify death and mysteries surrounding it. A photograph highlights the very tenet of time and timelessness. The poet here discusses about the transience of human life and its relationship to the surroundings. A photograph is not just a print recorded by a camera. Rather, it is a captured moment which later becomes a sweet memory. It helps to relive those precious moments once again. Now let's begin up with the poem. Stanza 1. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. Let's have a look at the explanation. The poet says that she came across an unframed photograph fixed on a piece of cardboard, which has turned brownish with the passage of time. The cardboard refers to thick, stiff paper used in the pre-digital photography era. The poet then describes further the photograph, which is a witness to the happy childhood days of the poet's mother. It shows how her mother, along with her two young cousins, Betty and Dolly, enjoyed a day out paddling at Sea Beach. The poet details how each of the cousins is holding her mother's hand and signifying her mother's protective aura. The few poetic devices used in these lines are personification in the cardboard shows me, alliteration in stood still to smile, terribly transient, and silent silences, where the sound of S, T, and S is repeated. Allusion in cardboard. Stanza 2. All three stood still, to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. A sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born, and the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. In these lines, the poet continues to say that the three girls stood smiling for a snapshot. The hair strewn across their face due to the sea breeze, reflecting their sweet, innocent faces. The poet recounts that it was long before her birth and thus photograph was decades old. She observes her mother's sweet face and how the sea water swept their transient feet. The poet brings out the contrast, saying that everything has changed since then. Her mother is no more, but the sea has hardly changed in the years gone by. Now let's have a look at the poetic devices used in these lines. Alliteration, where the sound of S and T is being repeated. Stood still to smile, terribly transient. Transferred epithet in wash their terribly transient feet. Synecdoche in transient feet. Personification in sea appears to have changed less. Stanza 3. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. See Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. The sea holiday was her past. Mine is her laughter. Both wry with the labored ease of loss. Here, the photograph takes the poet down the memory lane. She thinks how her mother would look at the photograph some 20-30 years later and perhaps think of the carefree days of past. She would smile and laugh at their dressing sense with nostalgia. The photograph, although just for a small moment, would take her to that period in timeline where she could cherish the sweet memories. As now, she is loaded up with lot of marital responsibilities. But the poet highlights the fact that time has no regard for such human emotions. It flows inexorably at its own pace. Today's delightful moments would change into adorable memories. The sea holiday was the mother's past, while her laughter is the poet's. Both can't be retrieved. The poet feels nostalgic, thinking about her mother and her laughter, which has become a thing of the past. Now let's have a look at the meanings of the difficult words. Wry, that means using or expressing dry, especially mocking or humor. Example, a wry smile. Second, labored, means something that is done with great effort or difficulty, or strain. The poetic device used in the above line is oxymoron in labored ease. The words labored and ease are opposites which describe the same entity, that is loss. Stanza 4. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of this circumstance there is nothing to say at all. It's silence, silence. Now let's begin up with the poem. Stanza 1. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. The poetic devices used in these lines are alliteration and paradox in the phrase silence silences. Let's do a bit of critical analysis. The poem is written in blank verse and sad and nostalgic tone. It highlights the very theme of loss and bereavement. The way the poet is overwhelmed and sad on the very mention of her mother signifies that she had been very close to her mother. She experiences a great void in her life after her death. She also finds momentary relief from the pain while looking at the old childhood photograph. She also realizes the fact that one should cherish every moment of life as death is inevitable. Although we all know the truth, yet we are unable to accept it when it comes to us. Hence, she fails to explain her feelings and falls speechless. The poet has beautifully portrayed human emotions and brevity of life by dividing the poem into three stages. First is mother's childhood, second before the mother's death, and third after the mother's death. The poet has not followed any identifiable rhyme scheme. Here, the photograph takes the poet down the memory lane. She thinks how her mother would look at the photograph some 20-30 years later, and perhaps think of the carefree days of past. She would smile and laugh at their dressing sense with nostalgia. The photograph, although just for a small moment, would take her to that period in timeline where she could cherish the sweet. Let's summarize the poem. The poet who comes across an old childhood photograph of her mother is overwhelmed at the irreparable loss of her life. She observes the three young girls standing at the seashore, the poet's mother, along with her cousins Betty and Dolly, who smiled for the photograph. Her mother was just 12, but carried a very protective aura around her. Time rolled by, and she was loaded up with marital responsibilities. Her life was completely transfigured, while the sea stood less changed. Thus, the poem highlights the brevity of human life and eternal nature of natural beings. Now, the poet's mother is no more, but the poet remembers how her mother would laugh some 20-30 years later looking at the photograph, longingly missing those carefree days. The poet has beautifully expressed the vacuum they both experience and make strenuous efforts to cope with the unbearable loss in their lives. Both of them have suffered the unbearable loss, but nothing can be undone. So, they both have accepted the change with difficulty. Now it has been 12 years that the poet's mother had passed away. Grief rekindled by the photograph has made her speechless. Here are some practice questions for all of you. Explain terribly transient speech. Why does this circumstance leave nothing to say at all? Explain its silences. The poetic devices used in these lines are